everybody, I am going to do a pregnancy update. I'm not sure if this will be the last one or not. I am 37 weeks today. I had gone to the doctor's last week, had an ultrasound non-stress test and appointment. I didn't end up actually getting to see the doctor. My doctor was actually on vacation, so I knew he wasn't going to be there, but I was scheduled to see another doctor, and she ended up actually having to deliver, getting called out. So they ended up having me see a midwife who I really didn't know, I hadn't met before, and it was kind of a last minute thing because it was right at the end of the day, so I don't know as if she had a ton of time to review my chart or anything, but you know, it is what it is. The ultrasound was great. They estimated that he was about 7 pounds, which is good, and that they, you know, she said it could be off by a pound, so it could either be 8 pounds or 6 pounds or any variation there in between. But everything looked good. We were finally able to get some clear pictures of him. We haven't been, for whatever reason this pregnancy, able to get very clear pictures at my doctor's office. The last really good pictures we had were taken when we went to see the specialist up, you know, like an hour away from here. So it was kind of nice we got, and I did get some 4D pictures. If I'd have thought, I would have brought them, but I don't have them. I'm in Nate's room right now because my husband's still working on our bedroom, and it's dusty and dirty and whatever, so. But anyhow, so things went good, and I got to see him, and he was active, and I did a non-stress test. That all went well. And, you know, what I talked to the doctor, you know, or the midwife about for the few minutes, everything seemed okay. I don't have an appointment this week at all because my last appointment was on Friday. This is actually my last week of work, so it's really crazy trying to get everything as much in order as I can before I go out. So I didn't want to have an appointment this week, so I have one on Monday. So, but I mean, everything's fine. I've had a lot of pressure, probably for about the last week or so. The last 2 days it's actually kind of eased up. I feel like I had dropped, and I feel like maybe he's coming back up a little bit because I do feel like that's getting a lot more comfortable. Toward the beginning of the week, things were bad. I wasn't exactly sure I could even make it through the week. I just hurt so much. Like every time I stood up, I felt the pressure. Anytime I tried to walk anywhere, which I still do, depending on how long I've sat down for, or if I try to walk any kind of distance at all. I work at a hospital, so walking in is kind of, you know, we have to park way far away, and then I take Nate in, so I drop him off first. I walk him to his class, and then I walk over to the hospital. So it's, you know, it's a little bit of a hike in the morning, and at the beginning of the week it was kind of tough. It's gotten a little bit easier the last couple of days. But his last day of preschool is also this week, so that's kind of sad. He goes to kindergarten in the fall, so he'll be off for about a month, a little over a month before he's got to go to school. So that's interesting. He got a letter from the school that they're doing a kindergarten camp that he can go to for 4 days, which I really want him to be able to go because it's going to be with his teacher, the teacher he's going to be with. It's only for like 2.5 hours. It'll kind of just give him the experience without having the full day there. And they come with the bus and everything and pick him up, so he'll actually get, you know, that actual experience. The only bad thing is that this is on the 15th that he's supposed to do this, and that's my C-section date. I really don't think it's going to be an issue because I really doubt I'm going to go that long, but if for some reason I do, the good thing about it is that he'll be at school while we're doing the C-section, and then by the time that he's done, we should be out and everything should be fine with the baby, and somebody can just bring him over to the hospital, and you know, he can meet his brother. So in a way, you know, it's good, in a way it's bad, because I'd really like to be here to put him on the bus and everything, but it is what it is. But I really do feel like I'm going to go sooner, so I don't think that's a huge issue. I actually think it'll be nice because Paul's taking 2 weeks off, so if we have the baby in our home by the time that all happens, we'll be able to put him on the bus and get him off and talk to him about his day and or his few hours there. But it's going to be, you know, it's going to be okay. So that's really it. Keegan's room is not done. It's not anywhere close to being done. A couple weeks ago, I had to kind of just resolve the fact that that's not going to happen, and it's not going to be something that I can control. So he's going to be in our room for the first couple months anyway. So we have a bassinet for him, And I'm going to set up like a little breastfeed. I have a really big bedroom, so there's plenty of space. And we're going to set up, you know, a little breastfeeding station. I have a charity in there, so I'm just going to kind of put a table by it. And, you know, a place to put my feet up, things like that. So that'll all be set. And then, you know, Paul will continue to work through everything. He's really working our bedroom right now to get the ceiling finished. We just have projects everywhere, as we always do. But things are coming along really nice. And I really do plan to do some updates with the house and things like that. I did the one with Nate showing you Keegan's room. That was actually done a little while ago, so it actually looks a little bit different than that. Paul's really worked on the floor and things like that. I really believe that after we get the floor down, because the floor is the hard part, because the beams are so far apart, and we've had to brace everything, and he's had to, you know, cut all kinds of wood for it and everything. I believe that's the hard part. And I think that once that's done, to insulate and put drywall up and all that is really not going to take that long. We picked out paint. I've got some decor for him. You know, we have the crib. We have a dresser. We have pretty much everything. The hardest part of all that is, unlike with Nate, we bought everything new. Nate's crib and bedding and everything was a set. His dresser and nightstand, I can show you guys what his room actually looks like. It was a Babies R Us set that Nate had. And it all matches, and it's lovely and nice. So basically what we decided to do with Keegan is that since I'm like, one of my biggest hobbies right now is thrifting and finding things and, you know, making old things new again. Plus with my mom and the things that I want to have in the room of hers, what we decided to do, and I think I've mentioned this, is get her dresser. We got her dresser, and Paul stripped it already. He hasn't repainted it yet, but he has stripped it. We're going to chalk paint it and then wax it, and I'm going to put new knobs and things on it, and that's going to be Keegan's dresser. His crib, I want to refinish. We bought it used. I want to refinish that in the same chalk paint. And I bought a nightstand, a beautiful nightstand off of Craigslist. I'm going to refinish that, or Paul is, one or the other. So we pretty much have all the pieces. It's just a matter of getting his room finished and kind of figuring out where things go. My mom also had another stand. It was like an antique. It was actually my grandmother's that I got from her house that I would really like to put in his room as well. Those things really make me feel like she's there, and, you know, that's important to me. So I am super bummed about not getting his room done ahead of time, because with Nate, his room was like, I told my husband this morning, I kind of felt like it was my gift to him. It's something I worked really hard on. I worked really hard on the decor. I mean, we went all over the place, and we bought so much stuff for him. And I just, you know, I can look around his room, and I can think of these things, and I can think of, like, you know, going to shop for him. And doing his room is my absolute favorite part of being pregnant for him. So with Keegan, it's been a little bit different. I'm such a planner that's difficult. But again, it is what it is, and you have to, you know, kind of deal with what you've dealt with. I mean, Paul and I are kind of kicking ourselves that we didn't finish things sooner, but, you know, life is what it is, and it's just the way it is. Is that, so I'm not sure if there'll be another pregnancy update, or there will just be a Meet Keegan video. So that's that. Being off of work, I'm really hoping to get some things accomplished in regards to getting all of his clothes done. Right now, we've got clothes for, like, you know, up to like 3 months, no, up to 6 months. We've got those all pretty much ready to go. I want to get, you know, the rest of the clothes done, mainly because I want to be able to see what I have. I want to get, like, his 6 to 9 months clothes done, so I can basically see what I have, so that before the summer's over and garage sales and everything are over, I can kind of determine if there's anything I need to get before next summer will hit. So that I'm going to try to do when I'm home. I also really would like to bulk up our freezer a little bit and do some freezer meals, so that at least the first week or two, you know, the entire time Paul's home, it would kind of be nice if we were just kind of heating stuff up versus, you know, actually having to cook things. But at the same time, that doesn't concern me a lot, because I use a crock pot anyway, which is pretty much what you're doing anyway, just kind of dump and cook. So that's it. I will do, you know, updates as, you know, things change. Like I said, I feel like I'm getting really close. I don't know. I don't feel as close now as I did toward the beginning of the week. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe. And I will see you all soon. Bye.